Self-review. What is it, and what is its purpose? A wise man will hear and increase in learning, and a man of understanding will acquire wise counsel. Proverbs 1:5.
Hello, I'm Linnetta.
And I'm Patrick.
And together we are co-founders of
Vertical Connections Inc.
Thank you for joining us once again. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel and click the like button and share this content.
Also, we greatly appreciate when you leave comments, and we look forward to those in the future. Self-review. What does it look like? This could include the process of
evaluating performance and contributions,
highlighting your accomplishments,
identify growth opportunities,
considering goals for development,
take ownership and accountability of your career.
Why are we talking about these things? When it comes to your performance reviews, we know that they either come quarterly, biannually, or annually. And during these reviews, so many times you will have your manager or your supervisor conducting these. And during that time, all of a sudden, they are just going to give you a great deal of information as to what they have observed. They're going to collect data on your performance, and it is so important for you to be able to interact during that interview, be able to contribute during that interview, and be able to focus and highlight some of the things that they might have overseen or that they didn't consider just because they have so many people that they're working with, or that they just don't see all that you truly are putting into it. So this is the purpose for what we are doing today.
Document, document, document. Quarterly, monthly, and most importantly, weekly.
Why so often?
So that you don't forget.
It comes down to that. There'll be times where, as we continue to go along and we get entrenched into what we're doing, and we're doing some great things, that we don't always remember all that we've done. And so by doing this documenting, and it's just some simple note taking. Maybe you're just putting notes on a calendar. Maybe you're actually using a log or a type of journal, but doing that so that way you have something to go back.
Things that's documenting your energy. Do you have energy level when you're at work? Are you a Debbie Downer, or are you one that has good habits?
Yes.
Resources. When you have them, do you share them, or do you keep them to yourself for your own personal growth, or do you do it so that the team can grow?
When we're documenting things like in this nature, we know that this is more of a self-help type of thing. So that way, as we go back and reflect, we know that these are things that you can control, you can actually make better for yourself. So that's why it's important to talk about your energy, your habits, and are you sharing your resources?
Because in a whole picture, it shows your character.
Positive meeting contributions and punctual attendance. Sounds so simple, yet people take it for granted, or they take slight of it. In other words, I'm going to be okay. I'll get in there. Somebody's going to help me out, and they'll tell me or fill me in on what I missed. If you're the person that's always having the door closed behind them after the meeting has started, it's going to be looked down upon. And when that comes up during your meeting, for your quarterly or your biannual meeting, you're definitely going to have that as something negative. And if you can address that, where yes, we all know that it can happen intermittently or not very often, but it is so important that you make sure that you curb that tendency.
Specific events such as monitoring any courses you take and tracking your accomplishments. So if you're taking a course and you are just checking off the box, oh, I did it, versus taking the courses and having your notebook and going, oh, that's something that I can contribute, that's something that I can learn from, that's something that I can build on.
And then not only that, but we want to make sure we take it the next step, because we know that studying does us no good if we don't apply it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have these courses and we do these things and we write it down in our journal, and then all of a sudden, all we have is a bunch of notes that have never been put into action. And so not only do we have to make sure that we're monitoring what we do in our studies, or what we're doing to increase our strength, increase our valuability within the company, but we've got to make sure that we are taking and applying that, because that is the next step.
Other items to document.
Find the growth opportunities within these courses by applying the new learning, just like what we talked about. We want to definitely look forward to noteworthy projects or events that are carried out and achieved.
The specific actions you take or you have taken, and show how those actions contribute to your team or to the company.
So here are some suggestions of things to take note of. When you've gone above and beyond, such as helped a colleague, taken on additional responsibilities, had a willingness to put in the training and work required to gain the necessary experience, those are all great things that we need to have written down. Make sure that we take note of, because that is noteworthy.
Produced exceptional results.
When doing so, it's going to definitely lead you down a path where these exceptional results might include follow through on your commitments. So many times people want you, especially managers, are going to come in and say, I need you to put this as a priority. And yet maybe you've already got 2 or 3 things on your list that you've already had given to you, and now all of a sudden you get this 4th thing. And make this a priority. If you commit to that, you are actually sinking your own ship, because you are going to be putting more water into the boat than you can bail out, in the sense that there's to do a great job in all of your projects. Don't commit to another one. And I know sometimes it just comes down to being able to talk to your manager. Maybe sometimes they forget what is all on your plate. And there might be individuals that can also help you to spread out all of the responsibilities.
Another thing, encourage others to embrace stretch goals.
Yes.
You may have some goals already set. See how you can go even further.
Those stretch goals are ones that you are going to set that you can still obtain, but they're going to be beyond the original goal. And by doing that, you're going to make that project just that much more valuable to your company. Another one would be to just increase the speed that you're getting it done in.
And take more initiative.
Yes.
Other suggestions of things to take note of?
Provide excellent customer service. My favorite one, of course, is to act proactively in situations. When you're sitting there and you see a situation that's occurring, that you are the one that goes and addresses it, rather than waits, allows it to fester, maybe grow greater in whatever the magnitude is of the problem or process that needs to be taken care of. Go and address it. Be proactive. Maybe you can cut it off at the pass and make it so that way it doesn't even occur. Those are really big. Overcome challenges. Those things that you're most proud of, make sure that you have those written down, so during that time that you're doing your review, you're able to share those if they're not brought up.
How to articulate accomplishments and make sure it's the right timing to do so.
Yes, we want to make sure that when we are going ahead and we are articulating our accomplishments, we want to be reaching out to our co-workers and also those managers or supervisors above us, and just asking them, what can we do to get better? What are some areas that I can be stronger in? But we have to be careful with that, in the sense that we don't want it to become problematic. We don't want to all of a sudden become an additional job that they've got, or take away from what our co-workers have been working on.
Improve skill sets, or things to often ask yourself during this process. What will make you a better role model?
Yes.
What will make you better in your role? What will help you level up in your career?
All of those are going to be important questions that we ask ourselves. So when looking at the job description, that's another key one. If you look at your job description, be sure to take notice of any areas that could be enhanced or mastered, because I know that we always want to be the top in whatever field we're in. Because when you have the most experience, when you have the most understanding about it, you are the one that they're going to come to. And that's going to command people's attention. And at that same time, that sounds negative, but yet you are making yourself more valuable.
Challenges. Identify those that have been affronted in various projects, tasks, sales goals, and or customer interactions. Ask yourself, what was the challenging part and why was it challenging?
In summary, we want you to avoid being caught off guard during the performance review. Prepare yourself by logging in your performance weekly and monthly and throughout the year. Document on a calendar or in a journal.
Identify and articulate your accomplishments.
Identify the growth opportunities that not only did you take, but then you implemented and acted upon.
Make this the new habit and take your career development above proficient.
Yes.
And whatever your field of study or advancement, be proactive, be accountable, and document your weaknesses, strengths, and success so you are never caught off guard during a performance review.
We hope that this has helped you in some way and that it will just keep you prepared, better ready for when that time comes. But until next time,
Get connected to go vertical.
Bye-bye.